Every woman can be beautiful.
I'm your host, Denise Tennell.
And you're watching Beauty Talk.
I'm Denise Tennell, your host of Beauty Talk. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us for Beauty Talk. We're here for our first panel, and we're joined by the fabulous Dee Dee Kelly, the even more fabulous Constance Foe, the extra fabulous Maxie, my sister and co-host Denise, and Tim Buchanan. And you know you're fabulous, Tim.
Oh, I know that.
Okay. Let's talk about agency representation and, do they find you work? For those of us who are not represented by agent, is that something that you would like? How do you go about finding an agent? What does your book have to look like? Do they find you jobs? Do they take your money? What's
yes,
the situation?
yes, and yes. Having been with every agency, I can say that when you start your career, if you intend on working with doing celebrity thing, entertainment thing, anything like that, if you're not in the union, the only option is to have an agent. The agent gets you the first magazines, the first tears, the first celebrity clients. Everybody calls an agency when they want a makeup artist or a hairdresser if they don't have one for their celebrity client. They do not call around asking people, do you know of someone? They go to agencies to get those people. There's an agency called the Artist Group that shut down and took about 20 grand from every artist at the agency, went to another country and opened up under a new name to Australia. Had many close friends that were like literally, boom, couldn't pay their rent because their agency just took all of their money. So I say an agency is great to start with, but at one point you don't need them for crap.
I can do bad by myself.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I've been approached asking if I wanted to be an agent, but I feel if I can do it on my own, I really don't need you. I have people that I've had relationships with that's gotten me those magazine shoots or on that film or anything just for who I am and my work alone. I don't need no agent to speak for me when I can speak for myself. My work speaks for itself. Yeah, it may get me there quicker, but I'm not paying anybody anything out of my pocket.
Go with a corporation if you're going to be with an agency. But yes, in the beginning, if you have one wanting to take you, just do it if you have no tears and you have no celebrity clients, get in there and get out as fast as you can. Steal your clients like a hooker would from a pimp. That's my advice to all of you.
Are you with an agency, and if not, do you desire to be with one?
I'm not with an agency, and I think about it when I have the slow periods. Like when I try to figure out where my next income is coming from, I'm like, well, maybe this is the time to be with an agency. And then I hear the positive and the negative, and I'm like, let me just do it on my own. So I'm still back and forth a lot about do I really want to be with an agency, but
I think people like the fact that agencies, can get you jobs and get you great jobs that you can put on your resume that would help build your resume so that, maybe one day you can get to the point where, okay, we don't need the agencies anymore. My resume helps me get those jobs. I mean, we have to admit, they're good for that.
No, I think agencies are great. I was with an agency that I walk in there with Janet Jackson, Tina Turner, Cher, Pink, and they got me the B and C actors. And it not an even trade. I mean, I don't feel it's an even trade. And it's you have, if you're going to go with an agency, you got to know what caliber of celebrities you want to work with.
Right.
And you need to know your agency's limitations. So you know what I wound up doing with the agency that was not getting me anything was that I used them as my accountant. I'm like, well, here, you do all of my deals, you work on the deals, you make sure I get paid.
Right.
And so I don't have to worry about the bills. But at the same time, make sure you take your career into your own hands.
True.
Yes.
Because a lot of us, since we have an agent now, we're going to sit back and let them deal with the work. No. I know I did this job this day.
Right.
I know how long it's been. And I know, if you're working for a record label usually takes about, was it 3 to 6 months to pay?
No, up to 3 months. If it's past that,
after 3 months to pay. You need to go back and do your own log.
Right.
Don't give your career over to somebody. I think that's the problem that a lot of people are doing. It's just handing the career over to an agent.
And I have to say though, the only thing I miss is not talking money with clients, because talking money with the client ruins your relationship with that client. when you're like haggling back and forth and you're trying to get bigger rates for bigger jobs, like if you have a client and you start with them at 1,000 a day or 500 at some rate because they're just starting their careers or whatever. If their career unfolds and they become these huge stars making millions of dollars in these commercials, etc., then you have to renegotiate.
Just because your agent's telling you, that I have this gig and it's paying $500 and your day rate is $1,500. If you don't want that $500, you could go, you know what? I'll pass, thank you.
Let's say there's positives and negatives
negatives.
with agencies, period. I cannot say it's all bad.
It's all bad, right. How do we handle our business? How do we get our money?
Okay.
How do we deal with managers and agencies and...
I have never had, I've heard all my friends talk about, oh my gosh, I'm waiting for my money. I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for that, I'm waiting for, As you guys know, it's like my long-term clients. I send my invoice in on Friday, I get my check on Tuesday. That's one thing I love about, because right now I have a film agent. And I love the fact that I don't talk money with the producers at all. So I could walk in there like being stupid, like, y'all got to fight, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
But at the same time, everything that my agent is saying is coming out of my mouth.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm telling her what to, because she's going to come back to me
Right.
with what they're coming
They
back
offer, right.
with. And it's my job to go, no, let's see if we could get this again.
Now, is that how a film agent is different from other agencies?
I don't think it's any different.
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of the work is different.
Right. Okay.
In dealing with your money, it's your money.
Right.
Okay, I'm not going to give that money away.
Right.
Okay, you can't sit there and tell me that, oh, we forgot. There's no forgetting.
Right.
It's a business move.
Right.
It's a business.
It's a business move.
Right.
It's a business
It's a
move.
business.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? I'm like with the agencies, like, billing 6 months later, I call them up, did you bill already? Did you bill already? That's why I'm talking about as far as making sure that you take care of that.
Because your agent is your employee.
Right.
You're not they're not your boss. They're your employee. You're paying them
Right.
a piece. So imagine having a restaurant and hiring employees and just saying, okay, y'all, go ahead and do what you do. No, you have to be like, you're going to work the register. This is how you're going to do. You're going to you have to guide them through to what you want. I think a film agent has the luxury of probably representing less artists because they're making more money and chunks of period of time, like 6 months at a time. So they can probably have a more intimate, like a more detailed, like, and go do that for somebody, like a manager would.
Yeah.
Right. And not just that, but with the film agent, you're going to get your money.
You can get your money.
You're guaranteed that through the union.
Yeah.
This is Chrissy with Addicted to All Things Pretty, and we're here at IMATS, and you're watching Beauty Talk.
Hello, this is Cynthia Jones of Cynthia Jones Designs, and you're watching Beauty Talk.
Hi, we're live here at IMATS with Roque Cozzette of Cat Cosmetics. Roque, tell us what you're holding here.
I am holding one of the brushes from the Divinity collection. I recently launched a vegan makeup brush line, which entails 16 brushes that have these fabulous, sexy purple handles, dipped in extra lacquer so that they're also durable. I also use the pointed tips as a tool, maybe like a spatula type situation, and then sanitizing it, of course. But all of the brushes are designed in the really high quality synthetic fibers, so they are cruelty free. I like to not only support the earth and the environment, but also be kind to the animals. I think it's time that we can, really evolve with the whole beauty process, and we've done it with product formulations all the while. And I thought, over the last year, why can't we do this with the tools that we use as well? And then on top of that, I brought out the vessels, which then house makeup brushes, or I also put my pencils in them, glosses. I travel a lot, so this really protects them. They're very durable, made of PVC, so completely reusable. Thank you.
What can we wash your brushes in?
Yeah.
I've used mine, and I'll be honest, I have not washed them yet because I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
They're beautiful. I don't want to.
Don't be scared.
You know how it is when you wash a brush and it's like, okay, now the hairs are going in 50 directions.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I understand that completely, because that was another add-on to doing synthetic brushes is that, you know, those of us who do hair, we know that the cortex of the hair, it's the cortex is like so, and then it has weak spots.
Right.
And then the hairs are tinted, causing even more damage and weak spots in the hair shaft. Most brush cleaners have alcohol, and so it's going to eventually start breaking down the actual hairs, and then you get these little shrapnel of hairs that fall off over time. You can clean them with soap and water for your thorough cleansing, you know, shampoo hopefully, not soap. But you could even clean these with soap because it's not hair, so they're extremely durable. And then right now I'm using I'm using Perry and Spirit. I'll give them props because I've used them for a long time. But I'm actually working on an aromatherapy airbrush makeup brush cleaner.
Now, I use Perry and Spirit as well, but I was afraid to use it on these brushes. I mean, they're beautiful, they're soft, and I don't want to change that. So I'm going to use shampoo.
My website is actually my name, and it's RoqueCozzette.com. It's RoqueCozzette.com, and professionals are all welcome to register there because I give a 30% discount. Like here at the show, I give a 30% discount.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching Beauty Talk. Until next time, be beautiful and blessed.